Welcome everybody, my name's Professor Brent Moyle. I'm here to tell you a little bit today about engaging remote communities in research with impact. And this picture of me at the billboard there that says Merway, where memories are made, are the first time when I realised that at a university you could do things that traditionally universities don't necessarily do. So, you can find information about this program in a paper published in Annals of Tourism Research. And basically it says, as academics, traditionally we research, we supervise and we teach. But it's becoming more and more important to have a fourth pillar, engagement and impact, and challenging the status quo through ethical forms of academic entrepreneurship. My first academic entrepreneurship case study is in the Merway Shire. Has a population of 4,000 people, larger than Fiji, agriculture, forestry and mining, 77,000 visitors per year, and I've spent 67 weeks out here over 8 years developing this engagement program. When I went out there, I wanted to work on a top secret US airbase that was active in World War II, but the council said, no, you can't do that. You've got to revitalise our dark sky tourism attraction before you're allowed to do that. So we wrote a directions paper, doing all these things that researchers usually do. So collecting data, all those types of things. The directions paper created an impact. The tourism chief had to depart. We suggested a planetarium to alleviate the pressures of cloudy nights. And we also found out that the centre was really dry. So we integrated humour into the centre. So now the interpretation has, the first swear word in space and all that type of stuff. That allowed us to get another small grant which provided an opportunity for Professor Corinne Dupre and her team to get out there, her team of very talented architects, to work very closely with the community to deliver a 5, 10 and 20-year plan for the sustainable development of tourism in the area. Then I was able to write a Building Our Regions grant to construct an element in the Masterplan, which was a planetarium and a dark sky tourism node. So instead of just having a Cosmos Centre, you've got a planetarium, a telescope viewing centre, a telescope workshop, an immersive theatre, a fire pit for Indigenous storytelling, and an up-close and personal tour. After that, I was finally able to get an Advanced Queensland Fellowship and work on what I actually wanted to work on the base, which was this top secret US airbase. Again, followed the same formula. Wrote a directions paper, did an archival search, conducted consultations, interviews, liaised with VR companies, and obviously recommended a facility to house all of these interpretives. That's a picture of the facility we constructed. That took about 2 or 3 years of my life to get up and about. We use academic concepts like narrative transportation, thematic interpretation embedded to transport visitors back to what life would have been like on the Brisbane line there. Thought I was dead in the water then. Thought they were going to let us go. No, they asked Corinne and I back out there to deliver stage 2 of the master plan, this time turbocharged by our previous success. We suggested 4 design objectives with 10 transformative projects for the mayor and the councillors to select what they wanted to do. These are some excerpts of the master plan. Critically, Corinne and the team found out the community wanted the Outback Museum of Australia, a really nationally significant attraction in that master plan. So we went through that process of engaging with the community and looking at the next phase of development. We came up with 4 different developments that the community wanted. They wanted stage 2 of the World War II secret base. They wanted an airfield museum. They wanted the Outback Museum of Australia, and they wanted an Augathella Cultural Centre. We finished the installation on the World War II secret base, and the other elements are still underway. This is something which I'm quite proud of out there. We've been running a community grants pilot program where we work with community organisations to help them secure funding for different projects that they would like completed in the community as well. And I think that's brought a lot of goodwill between Griffith and the community. Not always tourism-focused projects either. They might be with the state emergency services, for example. Here's some pictures across the course of the last 8 years that really encapsulate, the depth and nature of the collaboration that Corinne and I were able to have out in the Merway Shire. But was it a fluke? So we tried to expand to the Ethbridge Shire. Following a similar format, we assembled a team of turbocharged THS researchers to support Corinne and myself to develop a directions paper. We spent about 8 months or a year or so about 120 pages, really looking at all forms of tourism in the Etheridge Shire. That laid the foundations for a tourism master plan, and Corinne to bring out another team of talented students with different objectives to consolidate, to activate places, to conserve heritage, and to co-create the future of tourism in the area as well. So really laying a 10-year vision. That's already had success. This project, led by Anna Kral and Corinne Dupre, called Stimulating Regional Tourism Through Creative Arts and Storytelling, has the design and construction of mobile pavilions and wayfinding signage. So Corinne's going to be up there in, I think it's October, actually working with students to create these attractions as well. Just last week, we went for the big bucks, the big dollars. 4 transformative projects, looking at extension to the terrestrial centre to upgrade the Ted Elliott Mineral Collection, construction of bird sanctuary viewing hub at Cumberland Dam, installation of walkways, visitor signage, and the Ainsley People's Museum at Copperfield Gorge, and creation of Our Elders Trail at the Peace Park. Hey, another thing very proud of, we've convinced both the councils to undergo destination level eco-certification. Only 14 Queensland local government agencies funded. Chook Lee's come on board with her relationship with EarthCheck to really champion this through. Very exciting there. So look, I've managed to get to the end of the presentation, 8 years of my life in about 20 slides. So the only thing that I'll say to you all is please, as you continue throughout the rest of your careers, see if you can do what it takes sometimes when appropriate to be a little bit of an academic entrepreneur. Thank you.